Good morning, afternoon, evening, overnight, whatever you're watching this at. It is July 28th right now, and here's what happened this week. So first off, no real big things to talk about with Magic with the Edge of Eternities pre-release that
Yeah,
came up.
this weekend.
It was this past weekend, so that's what probably everybody should have been doing was the Magic pre-release weekend. Um, Rotation comes up with Magic. Josh is excited about that,
Very
and
excited about rotation. Nice to see new stuff,
nice to see
changes.
some new stuff. But with nothing to talk about with Magic, I guess let's jump right in with Pokemon.
Yeah, be lots to talk about with Magic next week. Like the
Yeah.
rotation stuff, I'm very excited to start brewing. I can start working on standard lists and kind of do a whole design process, and I'm very excited to do that.
Yeah, and we should hopefully have some time for you to actually put yourself
Yeah,
on camera for
do
it.
camera stuff
So
and do
yeah, you can
as I
walk
get
through
ready
it.
for Liverpool's the first one, I think. But I don't know if Liverpool's standard. I think Liverpool is unannounced yet, but
Last time I checked, it was not announced.
I'm assuming it's standard format.
Yeah,
That's
but
the big spotlight series.
it was about 2 or 3 weeks ago that it was not announced. I haven't checked since. So.
Yeah, so well, I haven't seen anything, but
All
yeah,
right,
Pokemon
go
stuff.
into Pokemon. So for Pokemon, we had Destined Ditto, which was an online tournament. Um, was 406 people,
Yeah.
and best of one format.
Best of one
That's
formatting.
kind of all I remember about it. So go ahead, you
So
talk the intro.
typically these ones are online through Pokemon Live. They're all, as far as I can understand, they're all free to play events, which is super awesome for the people who put them on. They basically provide like code cards and prizing and stuff like that. So like anyone can go and play. Best to the best of my knowledge. There are some like invitational portions of it, but yeah, it's the challenge with this one in terms of like looking at it for like referencing is it's only best of one, which means it's closer to.
It's a completely different format.
It's a
Completely
completely
different beast as
it's
far
a
as
completely different format because there's some things that like going first or getting the choice to go first can be really impactful when you're only playing the one game. When you're playing three, you've got more ability to sort of like claw back from a bad start or a bad bounce to kind of readjust. But that's one's what we got. So this is what we're looking at. It's mainly because there's no regionals until the one in Frankfurt in
Yeah,
a couple months.
September. I mean, points reset like as far as tournaments go for the summer,
Yeah,
July 1st. So
already
your
reset,
cups
already on the grind.
challenges will count, but there's no real big events till September, till
No,
after Worlds,
nothing
which
until
makes
after Worlds.
sense.
Which I mean,
Yeah,
well, yeah, you
yeah.
don't want people to
You
get
don't
hyped
want
up to
people to get
like.
hyped until your big thing's done. All right, let's go to deck list. So here's the first place deck list.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna move that down a little bit. There we go. First
editing in
place
real
deck
time.
list in real time. I mean, I don't think I've seen anything like this. Yeah,
So this
you
is
go
just a
ahead.
list that we've seen around.
Is it
So it's
okay?
basically it's based on Ethan's Typhlosion. It's the stage two attacker that you're playing with for this one. The gist of it is that there's a card called Ethan's Adventure that Ethan's Typhlosion does extra
Full art's
damage.
so cute of
Yeah,
that
it's
one.
very cute. It does more damage for each Ethan's Adventure that you have in the discard. And there's the Cyndaquil, which is like the middle part, your stage one, allows you to go find it from your deck and play it. So you're kind of always, as long as it's not prize, you're kind of guaranteeing that that you've got a way to get it. And the redeemable ticket, which is basically, if you remember Hisui and Heavy Ball from like previous sets, where it lets you look at your prizes, like pick out a basic and swap it with the Heavy Ball. Redeemable ticket basically just lets you reshuffle your entire prize row. So basically, you take all your prizes that are in your prizes, you shuffle them up, put them on the bottom of your deck, and you take new ones from the top of your deck to replace them. So that basically you can always have access to the four Ethan's Adventure if you've already sort of weaned them out of your deck already, and if you get like two or three prize, the ticket kind of fixes that for you, which is really nice. I like that as a tech for it. And basically, the Typhlosion is a one prize attacker that's a pretty chunky boy, but not is able to sort of punch above its weight class with multiple Ethan's Adventures in the discard. But yeah, it's a
There's
really
no
solid.
like, there's no V's or EXs or whatever on.
He's
Yeah, we're on EXs right now, right? There's no EXs in here.
he's playing two. He's playing Fez, which is just like your
I guess
typical
yeah. Then
recovery one,
and the
and he's playing
Zoroark
one
right there.
Zoroark, and the Zoroark is for like discarding to just draw cards. So
Yeah,
it's just an advantage engine. It's something
yeah,
where like at 280, Zoroark is kind of hard to knock
yeah.
out,
He's a big boy.
And while you wouldn't want to establish him in most matchups, he is nice to have as an option for
Yeah,
here.
but yeah, the only two of EXs is that it's mostly single card prize,
Yeah, and they're
prize
both
point.
just like advantage engines. So the whole goal of this is that your opponent has to take six prizes and have to kind of grind you out, which is a challenge a lot of the times.
Gross.
And you've got things like Badoo, and you've got like Night Stretcher to get stuff back, and you've got
Yeah.
like all the typical package stuff you see. Just like buy time so you can get up to a stage 2 because they're only playing the one rare candy. So the goal is that you basically have a turn where you just it's why it's playing 4 buddy poffins, right? You got four Cyndaquil to like get those out on your bench, and if that one gets knocked out, you just play another one or you just evolve up. You only need to, if you're playing against a 2 prizer deck, you only need to take 3 attacks with it, so you've got a lot of time to get set up and established, and this build kind of reflects that. Yeah, that's a neat list.
Let's look at the second place list. So that one against this one here.
Yeah, that would be a real bad match. So how you can tell sort of first and second is that this one came second, which means that it would have lost to the Typhlosion list.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, I don't know if that matchup is super winnable for the Goldango because one, you're weak to fire anyway. You're only a 2 prize attacker deck with the exception of the one of Scizor that you can kind of like do the one time most likely, and then that's not enough to like change the prize trade match for you. So I think that Ethan's Typhlosion feels like a reasonable deck to have picked for if you're expecting a lot of Goldango because people are expecting to see a lot of it with Genesect EX being a really big add from the new black and white set because it allows you to go look through your deck for 2 metal Pokemon and just put them into your hand. So you just get to go, oh, I'll play this Genesect, which will tutor me up my Goldengos every turn. And isn't that wonderful?
That does sound wonderful for them. Good for them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm playing Cerulea GX, so I don't care.
No,
It's real good.
Wow, they have like the full collection of energy there.
Yeah, because they're playing
everything.
Because they're playing Energy Search Pro. So Goldengo, for 1 metal energy, you can discard any number of energy from your hand to deal 50 damage for each energy discarded this way.
Oh, that's cool.
And Energy Search Pro says you can look, it's your ace back, so you can only play the one of it. But you can look through your deck for up to 1 of each energy type. And
wow. All right, that's cute. I like that.
As far as Goldengo is concerned, like it only needs 1 metal energy at any given point, and there's lots of ways to get it back. So
that's cute.
Having the multiples of it really helps out because it functionally means that Energy Search Pro function goes and gets you what, like 9 cards, 8 cards.
Yeah.
It tutors you 8 cards out of your deck, puts them on your hand, you discard them all away, so they're in your discard.
50 damage.
Yeah, I would love to play it in my list, but my list isn't that good.
Yeah, well, you don't play that many different energies. Yeah, that's cool.
No, it'd be great though to just pull them out and just like, I'm gonna research all this away. Take like 200.
Yeah.
Feels
good. That's fun. All right. Well, that was for Pokemon. What's next?
Next would be Lorcana, right?
Lorcana. So for Lorcana, we had Sharp Games 5K. It was a 70,
73?
73?
It's a good sized event.
Yeah, it was a good sized event. So didn't have
with like a pre-release weekend for Magic as well too. So those usually draws a lot of folks, which means that they've got their own crowd.
We got their own crowd for it didn't have a set champs on it, but it was a 5K. So yeah. Good amount of people. All right, let's look.
Really interesting list that wanted.
I want to go right into the deck list. So here's the first place deck list. It is an archetype I haven't seen before. I actually thought Tyler would really like this. These are like her favorite colors.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the discard package and then the Maui package all kind of shoved together.
Yeah.
So let's call it Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, it does look like you're playing Christmas. But yeah, as far as it goes, it is taking kind of things that have worked from the green discard engines.
Yeah, so your Diablos, your Prince Johns, they Hypnotize, Sudden Chill. We don't talk about Bruno, so that's
like all of your sort of like
solid green core. That's in both green steel and amethyst emerald. Yeah. And then it's taking that Lilo that I just love so much. And like
Stompy one.
Yeah, and like the Maui and Maui action package here. So I guess not the full Maui action package because there's Pirate's Life, Dragon's Fire, which isn't used in like a huge amount.
You use it as a one-up. Just want to have like a removal option.
Bralso's like notably, I guess the one that's missing is Be Prepared. There's no Be Prepared.
Well, this is one of those ones where you want to have like your Diablo in play.
You want to have your stuff.
You've got a couple pivot pieces and value engines that need to like stick around.
But you do have the Shark to be able to swing in and get your actions back, to be able to getting your discard actions back is disgusting. I don't like it.
Well, it's just another form of advantage, right? Like
I don't like it, but I want to play it.
Yeah. Well, it's just another form of advantage. You're using things in different zones to be able to like get the access back to them, right? Which is always really powerful in kind of any card game.
Yeah.
This is a really inventive list. I really like.
Yeah.
I think it's a really neat sort of like layout.
I'm excited about them going back to set champs because I think you'll see, not set champs, I'm going to DLCs because I think you'll see people kind of doing this kind of creative, inventive stuff.
Oh yeah, you'll see more people like brewing stuff, and you'll see stuff kind of come out.
Different stuff coming out.
Because looking at this list, like it beat Ruby Sapphire Sapphire in the finals. Unsurprisingly, given how much it has the same Maui engine they have, but it also has
The
discard and it
discard one
has,
to keep you top decking.
yeah, right, and a lot of hard removal in the form of Dragon's, Fire.
Dragon's Fire,
But
yeah.
also we don't talk about Bruno is, if you have gotten your opponent empty-handed,
Yeah, that's
we don't
just
talk about Bruno.
a
It's
just a
just a
removal
removal
spell.
spell that like Maui Hero to all can sing. So I don't gotta challenge you. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
sing this, yeet it back to your hand, draw a card with John.
The
Feels
little
great.
Lilo putting her into untap Shark to be able to go get more stuff back. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's no. All right.
Re-sing with Maui, another
Yeah.
another
All
card.
right. All right, that's fun. That's
Yeah.
cute. We're gonna put that together and give it a test.
Yeah.
But the second place list was a lot more of a standard
Oh, this is
looking.
as stock as it gets. You literally
Fours across the board, except for Hades. He's got two Hades.
Two split on Hades and C2
Yeah.
and called it a day.
Yeah, so it's a pretty stock list as far as like
It's
Maui
impressively stock.
actions.
It's actually
Yeah.
kind of nice. It's like, what's your list? I have four ofs for everything.
Fours across the board, except for the two big removals.
The two flexi removal
Yeah.
spots are like, I want one or the other.
Yeah.
We're just gonna go 50-50.
Yeah, so it's your tippos, your sails for ramp, your goofies for that early turn, especially against the aggro decks, just being able to like either take out things or chip them down and also gain lore off of it. Your popsicles for drawing a card and healing that goofy Maui for both Mauis for challenging and actions. And then your CC to get rid of all the little stuff, your Hades to get rid of that one big thing that's causing you troubles.
Yeah, no, it's very
Yeah.
cute.
No, yeah. I mean, I don't think there's a huge amount to say about it because
No, it's you would expect to see a variant or a 2 or 3 card difference of this for pretty much any time you're playing Ruby Sapphire.
Yeah.
It has all of the
It
early
is.
aggro, challenger stuff. It has the Pirate's Life to win.
Yeah.
And I think that it's a very heads up call for the other deck that we saw to sort of say this is the kind of style of deck that seems to win out against bigger fields because it handles the aggro matchups. And as long as you are able to establish yourself. This will be kind of the deck that you'll expect to see in later rounds of the tournament, just because it tends to prey on those hyper aggressive lists for people who don't necessarily know how to pilot them, especially versions that don't run Pete.
Yeah.
A lot of the aggressive lists are opting to cut Pete, which in the world with Pirate's Life, I don't think I love. I like the idea of having more ability to sort of say, because like the only way that the aggressive list loses is if your partner gets to resolve a Pirate's Life, and Pete just does, I don't feel like it.
Yeah. No. So that was kind of it with Lorcana. We're going to put those together and give them a test. What's next? Warhammer.
Last thing of the week.
So Palm Springs Open. I didn't look at how many people were at this one. How many people were at this one?
160 some odd.
160 some odd.
56, I think.
Good amount of people.
Yeah.
And when you were going through it, I remember you said, I don't know. I don't know this stuff. This is so clearly one that doesn't normally.
Well, to talk results, we'll pull up the results here. But yeah, so basically what we saw was the
Genestealer Colors.
Yeah, so this was a 6-round tournament, which means that there was no conclusive, 7th round to sort of like have a default winner. But we had first and second place, so in my mind, co-champions. If you went X and O and you did this far,
I like that.
You first and second interchangeable because you never got to fight the last guy.
Yeah, cool. I like that.
And the first one is up as Genestealer Cults. So Genestealer Cults is ones that like goes through waves where it's like very good and busted because it has some very unique mechanics, and times when they're utterly unplayable. So if you click there and then you click view list, it should blow up the list for you there.
Sweet.
Shoo cookies. I give him points for having, a nice little like flavor text in his top bio for his army list.
In the sunless body of our hive,
we're not reading the full thing. It's cute. It's there. We're good with it.
On the screen, go read it.
But yeah, so basically this list is taking the Host of the Ascension, which is basically that you get sustained hits and ignores cover when your units arrive from strategic reserves, i.e. reinforcements, i.e. Cult Ambush, which is the Genestealer's unique mechanic, which allows them to come in after they've been destroyed. So part of what this list is leveraging is that one of the core, things for Genestealer Cults is they have an ability called Cult Ambush, which is basically at the beginning of the game, you get a number of points you can spend that are not the 2,000 points to make up your army list. And then you can use those to bring back specific units of Genestealers when they're destroyed. Basically, you put them back into Cult Ambush. You get a little marker, you place it on a table somewhere, and then you can kind of pop out from wherever that marker is at certain times. The benefit of that is that, especially with the Host of the Ascension, is that because they are coming in from reserves, because called ambitious strategic reserves, you get that sustained hits, ignores cover bonus, in addition to kind of all the other stuff you usually get with the Gene Stealer cults. So basically, this list is exceptionally infantry heavy. I think there's like 2 trucks and a couple of
Way
bikes.
down to battle line there.
Yeah, so just a whack ton of dudes. So a lot of bodies, a lot of hand flamers. The reason for the flamers is that they let you sort of overwatch against other infantry units and sort of like get cheeky activations of shooting, and when it's not your shooting phase.
2 trucks.
2 trucks. I think it's 3 units of Achilles Ridge Runners, which is their bikes to kind of move around, do objectives. They're reasonably priced and hard to kill for their points. Italian Jackals are kind of the same thing. Pure Strain Gene Stealers are kind of like your meaty, sort of like punchier option. They can punch out a lot of wounds. And for their points value, they're pretty darn efficient.
75 points is not very much for some
For a unit of 5 that hits the Sorcerer, no, it's very reasonable.
awesome.
But yeah, as far as it goes, it looks like a cool list. It's one of those ones where it's like I'm getting back into like testing and playing. So my plan is to build the list like these, just like we were doing with Lorcana. Play like a recorded game to sort of get a feel for it and see how it goes. Actually, it might be kind of fun to do the. So I know that we've talked about doing like the first and second place lists for this. In this case where they haven't fought each other, it might be kind of fun to do like a cool. If there was a secret seventh round, here's how it would have gone because we're both I'm totally good enough to pilot at this level and give it a fair result.
Totally practical with it.
And Matthew Green,
I was gonna say, let's talk about second place.
Second place, our co-champion, other first, was a 2,000 point list.
No cute little thing.
No cute little list, just as Magnus.
Minus points for that.
Clearly
that's why you're in second.
If we had to go if we had to go to tiebreakers, I would definitely say that he was out on the player section.
Yeah.
But
no emojis for either of them, so that's sad. But anyways, Thousand Suns.
But yeah, it looks like a pretty typical list for what we've been seeing with Thousand Suns. Magnus is a very good weapons platform. He's got some really ridiculous stuff he can do. You're basically just heavy on the sorcerer side of it list, and I think it's mostly like infantry light, if I remember. I didn't look at this one super closely because I am pretty familiar with Thousand Suns. I played it a fair bit. It was like my first army getting into it. Double Vortex Beast, which is cute. I've always wanted a chance to play it, so that seems like a good chance to do it up. Zangors are Zangors. They're the light and phase casters with bows are really good value for what they are right now. And then just usual Zangor kind of jank stuff. But no,
seeing Magnus on here, got a question for you and anybody who might write a comment. Yeah. Is Magnus right? I think Magnus is right.
I mean, I'm not getting into this conversation, but I will not be drawn in. Not in a recorded space.
All right. Well, so that was Thousand Sun versus Gene Stealer cults. We have a lot of Thousand Sun stuff at the store, so that's nice.
I can definitely throw this list together.
Yeah, Gene Stealer cults.
I'll use the Zangors I put together for the Age of Sigmar LVO.
That's
because it's the same model.
That's fair. Well, that is what happened this week. So no major magic, an online one for Pokemon. We got like a month left until stuff comes back for Pokemon kind of in full force.
Yeah.
A 70-something person one for Lorcana, which is great.
Cool one. I really like seeing the new list come out.
Yeah, I like seeing new stuff too. And I was trying to make up some new stuff too. So seeing new stuff get to the top makes me feel hopeful for like new stuff. I mean, when rotation comes, new stuff's going to come anyway. So yeah.
No, that's fun.
So that was that. Thanks for watching. We'll be back next week with whatever happened next weekend.